is up? So I'm back doing this long ass story time series about my messy ass relationships. Now, I did get permission from this dude to use his actual name, so that's why you'll hear it in this fucking video. If you guys need his fucking shit song, take it up with him if you guys know who the fuck he is. So, yeah. So, I'm gonna try not to say so much because I love using that word, bro. I do be loving that word so fucking much. So I do be using it, and yeah. So so give me a second. 1 second. Okay, I need to turn this shit off. This shit's on mute. So me and this dude who I'm gonna talk about today, his name's Rob. Now, how I met Rob was pretty fucking funny. It was because he was my friend's. Well, he was my acquaintance at the time. Well, not really. We got closer that year. Okay, we were acquaintances elementary and middle school year. Then high school year, we became more of a homies. So we started kicking together during lunch. We started to shoot the shit. So one day on a Monday, I actually was ditching my 4th period class, which me and him had in common. He had band, I had band, and like I had a big ass headache because on my period, if y'all know me, I fucking black out sometimes from how hard the cramps are. So yeah, I was like, I'm not about to do this shit. So I'm like just waiting in this little hallway that they have leading up to the classroom, because the choir room and the band room are like right here. And like, every time like security will pass, I would just hide because like it's not that hard to hide from security right there. And like if they would do like end up going into the hallway, I'll just pretend to knock, and they wouldn't say shit. They'll just walk away. So I do that, and I realized the time for lunch was coming, and they do be letting you go out like what, like in early 5 minutes. So I start walking to the fucking lunch area, and I see my friend, cause he got released early. I see him. I'm like, hey, yo, what's up? And he got a suit. And if y'all know me, I'm a fucking badass. So I'm like, hey, yo, what's up? He's like, hey, Luz, what's good? I'm like, so we gotta talk about something serious. He's like, what? I'm like, you ain't sharing that soup. You didn't tell me if I wanted any. He's like, I didn't know where you were, blah blah, this and that. We started goofing around. So he gave me some of his soup. So that shit was settled. That soup incident got settled real quick, honey. So after that, me and him started hanging out like more and more. So not really, because I started hanging out with his brother like a week. Like I started hanging out more with Daniel like a week prior, and then yeah, we were just kicking it, shooting the shit like we always did at lunch. And I met Rob that day. Yeah, cause he had A-Lunch, and he was like known to be like the bad boy of the school, or one of the bad boys of the school. And if you guys know this school, long story short, not something to be proud of, but if you guys know this school and or do go to this school, and if you guys do enter the campus safety office, y'all will notice that one wall does not got paint. I mean, one window does not got paint on it. Why? Because he fucking punched that shit. So yeah, I'm smiling through this whole video because this did happen a long ass time ago, and it kind of feels weird talking about it because we do have a lot of friends in common, and this probably won't be brought up. Now, me and this fool were going steady. Not really. We had our ups and our downs because there was a lot of shit I let females get to me a lot, because me and my homegirl, she had her quince court, and I had quince court. Like they knew him, and he kind of used to flirt with one of the girls there, and we did have a little bit of problems, but like not that big of problems. We squashed that shit right away. So, let me get to what I was saying. So I met this dude. He came to like when me and his brother Daniel were sitting. We were eating our soupy, because like I told you, we settled that shit. He gave me fucking soup. So yeah, I was there chilling with him. and his brother comes. He comes sitting next to us, and I'm not that type of person to be a big of a bitch. If you do know me, yeah, I could have fucking resting bitch face. Like, I do got resting bitch face. It looks like I do, but I'm a very loud, bubbly person, as you guys can fucking tell. Like, I like to be loud. I just like to be like, "What's up? What's good? What's hey?" I like to fucking have fun. And well, yeah, I like to have fun. I like to like, you know. So I don't mind having friends. Honestly, that's how I make friends. Like, I'm just loud and bubbly, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And like, friends of friends become my friends. And that's how I have a lot of people on Snapchat. If you try to add me and I don't add you right away, don't get butthurt. I have a lot of people on Snapchat, so that's why. I deadass have to like go back and delete people that I don't even talk for like what, a good 2 years, or like a year or so I haven't talked to them, or like 6 months or some long period of time that I don't talk to. I will delete you to like make room for more friends, you know. So that's what I did. So he asks me for my Snapchat, and I'm saying, oh, okay. So I put in my Snapchat, and then we don't start texting until like a day later. Yeah, a day later. So that day, fast forward the day, a day before, after that. The day after that, like it's the sixth period. I love math. Math is my favorite subject. If you know me, I fuck with math so heavy. I love math so much. Math is my favorite subject. I will never miss a math class for a day in my life. And so I was walking to math class. I was with my homegirl Serena. Y'all know her. So I was walking with her, yeah. And how we were going, there's like a little loopy, and then you go straight, and then there's classes. So I went through that loopy. God, my friends always used to give me shit for calling that shit the loopy, because like if you don't go this way, you go that way. Or yeah. So I go, me and her go through a loopy, and like I see him. It was next to like the cafeteria area. So I see him. I'm like, "Hey, yo, what's up, bro?" He's like, "Hey, Luz, what's up?" Because I do be saying hi to a lot of people, so that's just how I do. So I said hi to him. He's like, "Hey, yo, can I walk with you out of class?" Serena don't even know this fool. She's like, "Why the hell?" I remember her texting me. She's like, "Why the hell you let some dude walk with us to class?" I'm like, he was my friend. It's like, I see. And little did she know, he was gonna be her friend too. Eventually, he did. And they still are. Like, me and him still are friends. So like I was saying, he walked me to class, and this fool got booty hurt. So she goes off. Me and him start walking because his class is next to my class. And how this school set up, it has like a little gate, fenced off area, and that's where like some trailers are, and then like some trailers right here, and then some other more trailers over here. Now, this class, when I tell you, the teacher was so mean. Well, she wasn't mean. She just knew how to teach. That some people took it very mean. And this teacher did tell me to calm down once or twice because something happened, which I'll get into it another story time about this dude and some problems that I had with some other females. So fast forward, we were walking. We were getting there, and I just thought like he was gonna stop. He was gonna leave me by the door, but like but no, he fucking walked all the way in. So he walks, and how it is with these fucking trailers is that they have like a weird ass way to get up. And so how it is, like there's a trailer, and then like a little steep, like there's like a rail to get up. So at the edge of that rail, he dropped me off. He's like, "Hey, yo, you're not gonna give me a hug?" And I'm like, "Okay." I give him a side. He's like, so I'm not gonna get a regular hug. He's like, "I see the love," and I'm like, "Oh, your eyes." So I give him a big ass hug, and he's like, "You're kind of cute." And I dead ass walking to my sixth period class, all happy. You know my homie Chris. You know that he'll be straight up with you. You know who I'm talking about. Hey Chris, what's good? Hey. So. So Chris, he asked me, he's like, "Why are you so cheesy about it?" And I'm like, some dude just said I was cute. He's like, you're a bitch. I'm like, I'm not. How am I a bitch? He's like, cause you are a bitch. I'm like, okay, but you miss bitch or something. We had a third period class. We had a third period and a sixth period together. So that's how I know this guy. And like, I really didn't start talking that much to him until y'all get to hear it shortly. So that day, me and him had quinta practice. Me and Chris had quinta practice, and I didn't know Chris was gonna have quinta practice with us. I didn't even know it was him. So I'm like, don't I know you from somewhere? Because I know Chris, but I didn't know Chris. But he was like those type of guys to be like straight up with you, and like I really fuck with him a lot. I fuck with him heavy. So yeah. So I was there. We finished. We went to the quinta practice. My homegirl Destiny's, and she looked weird, very cute in her quinta dress. I still remember. One, two, three. Dun, 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 dun. It's the box. That shit had us all fucking traumatized. So, yeah. My homegirl's quince. We went to the quince practice. Dead ass, like that night, like that afternoon, my phone was blowing up because me and him were texting because he was sad for some reason. And I felt so bad. Like, I'm the type of person, I don't want to see you sad. I want to see you happy. Me myself may be fucked up inside, but I want to see others happy. Like, trust me, I've talked to my therapist about it. She's like, girl, you need to help yourself before you help others. I'm like, I know, but I just like helping people. She's like, Luz, you got it. I'm like, okay. So, that happens. And this boy is just blowing up my phone. My friend said, I noticed. It's like, hey, yo, who the fuck be blowing up your phone? I'm like, nobody, just some guy I'm talking to. He's like, ooh, spill. I'm like, no, it's no one. It's my friend Daniel's brother. He's like, oh, okay. They didn't think shit of it. Where did I was like, oh, it's just a friend. Dead as his boy, he's like, wanna go out? I'm like, that night, he's like, wanna go out? I'm like, nah, see, I'm not trying to mess with you like that. You're my friend's brother. I ain't trying to do that shit, you know? Because I really wasn't, like, I told him, I asked Daniel for permission to date me. This fool texted his brother, he's like, hey, yo, can I date Luz? He's like, Daniel told him, you ain't her type. Little does he know. Little did he find out. He got his blessing. I was like, F it, you know? YOLO. You only live once at the end of the day. So I was like, okay, I'll date you. So our relationship starts kind of rocky, but with drama, it started to pop off a lot of drama within our friend circles. But at the end of the day, we did have a good relationship. Not gonna lie. He was a very sweet kid. Like, he got a big ass heart, but he won't show you right away. And like, he'll build walls up, but he's a sweet ass kid. Like, he's super nice. We hit like some very rough spots in our relationship, which causes like end our relationship because I wasn't having drama. Like, I'm really not about to have drama. So what? Hold on, because I had a story that I was gonna tell you guys, but let me just remember what the story was. Oh, okay. So me and this dude, like, this was like towards the end of our relationship. This was like a couple weeks before I got kicked out. A week before I got kicked out of this high school. So me and him, like, we had a good relationship. We had our ups and our downs, but we still loved each other. Like, this was a boy that I deeply, when I told him I loved him, I really did mean it. Like, when I lost him, when me and his relationship ended, I did simp for him. I did fucking simp for him for a good minute. Not gonna lie. Like, I used this guy who I feel terribly for using him. He's a sweet guy in general too. But like, I felt bad, so bad for using him, and I still do. Like, you know who you are, stupid. I call you stupid, and stupid, if you're watching this, I feel so sorry again. I did not mean to use you how I did. That was wrong with me, and I would never do that shit again to you. I'm sorry. Or to anyone. Like, I was simping for this kid hard. And, like, leading up to our thing was when I got very angry at him, because for me to see another person that I love in handcuffs behind a squad car, it took so much of me to not fall to the ground and start crying. Like, when I tell you, I was at work when I got this text from a girl who I didn't even know, because I heard that he got into a fight. I didn't go to school that day, I had an appointment. So when I heard he got into a fight, I lost my shit. Because we had a rule with each other. We can only fight for each other, but we can't fight other people about stupid shit. And he jumped in for a friend, and yeah, so his shit, like, he got the worst blame that after all, and I felt so bad. I didn't fall to the ground. I was just like, I blocked everything. I blocked everyone. I was like, I'm not gonna put up with this bullshit. The last thing I remember was just sitting, like how my job is, if you guys know where I do work. I work off 6th Street. You know how 6th Street has like a little bench on the side? I was sitting there because I lost it. I was talking to my brain. I was talking to myself. I was like, bro. Because he punched the fucking principal. This fool, like, I love them so much. But he got a temper, and I love him. I loved him for his temper, and I loved him for his attitude and the way he carried himself. And how he really was as a person. He's some type of tough dudes that be like, oh, what up, I'm big and I'm bad. But then, like, once you get to know him, he's all soft, he's super sweet. And yeah, like, he's a very nice guy. If he puts his work in, his shit together, gets his shit straight, he can go far in life. And I told him this time and time again. I'm like, bro, if you put your 2 cents in, you could go far in life. Like, stop doing all this bad shit. Like, where is this gonna take you? Like, I've always sat down and had conversations with him. Deep down, I'm like, where is this shit gonna take you in life? Nowhere, but just behind a jail cell. And like, I would talk to him like deep shit, you know, because he was my boyfriend, and like, I really cared about him, and I still do. He's one of my friends. Like, I don't want shit to happen to him. He's a good person. And so that happens. So he has a very short temper, and there was only a couple people that could control him. And when I used to get angry at him, and this is towards like the finale, like I said, the grand finale of our fucking relationship, was because I got mad at him. I was so happy he was out of jail. So he got released that afternoon. I lost my shit. I was like, where the fuck at you? We're gonna meet up. And we did. I was so fucking happy. I lost my shit. I was like, why the fuck you get arrested for? Why the fuck you punching the principal, bro? Like, I got all up into his shit. Like, I'm like, bro, just calm down. I'm like, how do you want me to calm down? How do you want me to calm down? That I have to go back to school with these fuckers? And the whole fucking administration, the whole fucking campus knew who the fuck I was. Knew who the fuck we were. Like, he was very well known for being the bad kid, you know? And I got, like, people knew me. Started to, like, recognize me in the halls. They're like, hey, yo, you're Rob's girl. I'm like, yeah, that's me. What's up? And I got, like, known a lot in campus for that shit. And there's one security guard who, like, he called me his last name, like, Miss R. Because it's like, oh, y'all gonna get married or what? And I'm like, nah, we just together. Or, like, he would say some stupid shit like that. And, like, I dodged that shit because who wants administration to know, you know? So, administration, like, they knew. And there's one really cool security that we had as friends, like, Philly. What's up, Philly? He's my favorite security from that high school. I'm not gonna lie. He's pretty funny, pretty chill, too. So, yeah. So I lose my shit on him. He's like, babe, calm the fuck down. I'm like, how the fuck do you want me to calm down? What the fuck? How? He's like, oh, please, I'm telling you, I'm begging you, calm down. I'm like, no. He dead ass. Like, my mom was like in the bush. No, we were in the bush because at this time I did get angry, but we wanted privacy, so we went to this little bush that was like big as fuck. And if y'all know us, we're both short. Like, he's right here, I'm right here, so yeah. So this bush is tall as fuck to me. And my mom, she's like, she knew of it, and like she was aware of our relationship. She was okay with it, but she sat like, and thing because she knows how I am and how pissed I was. So she's like, I'm just gonna stay here just in case if you slap him. I'm just gonna stay here. He dead ass. He hugged me. He's like, come the fuck. And we just talked. I'm like, but why? Like, why were you punching him? Like, I get it, you got you mad, but like, babe, calm down. I'd be like, you should calm down. Like, you know how much that fucking hurt me? So you behind handcuffs, like seeing the squad car, like these bitches who I didn't even know were fucking sending me videos of you in the squad car, like, well, not in the squad car, like he got it, like, you know how, hold up, you know how they'll hold you, they'll be like, how's behind your back? He was like right here, it was like, and like when they put like the cuffs on him, like I was dying, bro. When I saw that shit, I was dying, and bitches who I don't even know. It's like, I didn't mean to. I didn't even know they were up there and they were gonna send you shit. I'm like, still, bro, why the fuck were you popping off on shit? He's like, I just gotta do it was for a homie. I'm like, that's one thing I love about him, that he'll stick up for you no matter what. Like, he'll stick up for the underdog and not take nobody's shit for it. That's something I really loved about him. And yeah, like, I got mad at him. We yelled. We took our shit. We settled it. Now, that whole week got suspended. So, that week was my time to shine, you know? These bitches were talking shit. I fought her. I moved. So, mine and his relationship ended because of distancing. It was not pretty messy. It's just we had a lot of stories about each other, with each other, and that's why I want to tell you this, guys. This one, about the time that I lost my shit on my boyfriend because he got put behind in a squad car. He got arrested. And his sister took my money. Yo, this fool still owes me food, and I'm still gonna get my food. So yeah, honestly, I was so worried about this fool. I texted his sister. I fucking like, at this point I met his grandma, but I didn't, like, I got on Facebook, I saw his sister, I texted her. I'm like, hold on, I think I even got the messages. Hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 fucking second, bro. I know, right? Different fucking setting, right? My video got deleted from what I filmed this last part. So that shit got deleted. So I'm just gonna like finish it up real quick. So basically, I texted her on all my social media platforms. I was like, yo, I heard Rob got arrested. Can't you hit me up? I gave her my number, gave her all my social media platforms. I was like, yo, just hit me up as soon as you can. I texted her around 2. She left me on red at like, what, 2:30, 2:40-ish, maybe. And then I got a text from him around like 5:30. I lost my shit from like 2:30 to like 5:30 because, bro, I hadn't, like, that was my fool. Like, what the fuck? So I lost my shit. I like I told you, I cried. I fucking cried. Like, there's no one else who's made me cry as much as him, the other guy that I'm doing, and 2 other guys that I've done that I'm gonna make a story time about. So yeah, like, I truly loved and cared for this person, and I still do, because he, like, I tell a lot of people, like, he was kind of my first love, like, actual first love per se. And yeah So I have a lot of stories about us and how we ended. Like, if y'all want to see any more of those, well, you are gonna see them because I am gonna tell them. But there's some, like, when a girl ran up on me and he was there. When a female said me shit about him, or like when his ex tried to pick a fight with me, or like there's a lot of instances. So yeah. And I don't know if you guys like, I'm most likely gonna be posting like a lot of hair videos, a lot of stupid shit that me and my friends do on this on this channel. So if you guys want to stay tuned for that, thank you. Subscribe, it's totally fucking free. You don't pay a fucking dime, bro. So yeah, hope you guys like this video. Hope it wasn't like too all over the place, because I know I could be all over the place sometimes. Check out my social medias, they'll be in the description below. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, do what you gotta do. And I'll see you guys back in what, 2-3 days? Tuesday maybe? I don't know.